Good morning. As we start the Holy Week, we reflect on the final days of the Lord Jesus as he neared closely to his passion. Because of these pandemic times, we could not meet as a community in the church. But the challenge for us is to continue to be aware of one another and pray for one another. In the gospel today, we have a beautiful, iconic, or rather symbolic story given to us. Before Jesus' final days, most of the people he met were against him. Lahat kontra sa kanya. But in this gospel story, he was among people who loved and cared for him. He was with his friends at Bethany. Martha served him. Son Lazarus was at table with him. And Mary anointed his feet with perfume and dried them with her hair. The Lord was served with devotion. There are only two things I'd like to stress in today's good news. Let's focus on what Mary did to Jesus. The anointing of Mary to Jesus was very significant. First, it anticipated the servant spirit of Jesus. Just as Mary showed this love and tender care for Jesus as she anointed the feet of Jesus, this was also symbolic of what Jesus would do to his disciples when Jesus would wash the feet of his disciples. This is the kind of service that Jesus would give to his people. Unconditional love, care for his people. And this is the kind of generous service that he would like us to give to one another. So this is the first point of the good news today. Mary's act was symbolic of the kind of ministry the Lord Jesus would like us to do for one another. Pure, actual, loving service. The second is that Mary's act was also symbolic of the kind of presence the Lord would like us to have with him. That in the midst of our service to one another, we should also find time to commune with God, to deepen our relationship with God, especially in prayer. So this is the twofold message for us by the good news today. And I think this is also what the Lent should remind us. It is a time to strengthen our service to others, at the same time a time to deepen our relationship with God from whom everything comes. A good reminder, especially for us these days. Because nowadays we need really one another. We need each other as a community. The only way we could really overcome what we are facing now is to be one with one another. That really give out our best in loving service for one another. This is what God would want us to do. And if we always commune with God in prayer, God would give us the grace. God would bless us to overcome whatever there is to be overcome. So as we go with this Mass, let us thank the Lord for the good news. Let's continue to pray for one another. That finally God may deliver us from what we have today. And being delivered, we might become new persons, more with genuine interest, love, and care for one another.